Thanks for tuning in to episode 26 of the Bobby Pickles podcast. This is part one of a two-part interview that I recorded while on hiatus in St. Petersburg, Florida. With me today is Tobia Spinelli, Ben Coletti, and a couple of young, naive, barely legal, incorrigible females. And we're podcasting from a boat off the coast of Shell Island, which is a small key located within the intracoastal waterways of the city of St. Petersburg. Irregardless of the disdain I hold in my heart in relation to my city of origin, according to Tobia, this town has lots of history. From pro wrestlers to baseball icons, many notable athletes have called this place home. And even probably the most notable gangland figure, Al Capone, vacationed here extensively. He is even quoted as saying the following: "I am going to St. Petersburg, Florida tomorrow. Let the worthy citizens of Chicago get their liquor the best they can. I'm sick of the job. It's a thankless one and full of grief. I've been spending the best years of my life as a public benefactor." End quote. Well, it's time we said hello to another public benefactor. Calling all notable residents of the Burg and their insignificant counterparts who make my opinion of this place true and accurate. Meet Tobia Spinelli.
Hello, I'm Tobia Spinelli. What's your name? Outstanding. Welcome to the Bobby Pickles podcast.
Bobby Pickles podcast. He always says, "That's me." With that look on his face, he'll talk about anything. Tattoos, t-shirts, politics, history, and hot sauce on everything. Bobby Pickles. Pop culture, documentaries, conspiracy theories, sarcasm, and beer. It's a conversation, start listening, cause we're all here. Bobby Pickles podcast.
That's me.
So you guys want the radio up there? You want to put on some 70s music for you, Devin?
You got some disco?
You like 70s music?
I do too. She likes Southern rock.
Sweet home.
Who's Jack Johnson though? Alright, I'll put on some music for you.
Oh, shit.
Well, I love hearing your voice, so I'll put on the 70s. Here you go, sweetheart. It's right up there. It's on Leonard Skinner.
Skinner!
Oh, that's a good song, too. Don't start crying, girl. I know you're going to start singing.
Watch out, there's a free bird!
Whoa.
2 birds!
Holy shit. They're close.
You know, Leonard Skinner were originally from Jacksonville, Florida.
They were?
Yes, they were. One of the brothers died in like a plane crash in like 1970 something.
What was the exact thing that happened with that? I didn't even somebody. What was it? Was it like the backbone of the?
Yeah, it was the lead singer
band?
and the manager of the band. So
He
it
was
like
really?
Yeah, it was complete like devastation.
What, you really like Leonard Skinner, don't you, Toby?
It's a Florida thing. It's
It
a
is?
Florida thing. Yes, sir.
There's some other people from Florida, like Tom Petty. He's from Gainesville.
Yeah, but he hates Gainesville.
He does. He's a smart man.
If I left
What?
here tomorrow, would you still remember me?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, you need to learn. Oh. We're out at Shell Island right now.
Yep.
This is actually I call it a sandbar out middle of Tampa Bay, kind of.
It's a big sandbar though. There's like plenty of
It's
sand.
an island. This is basically where all the condos and the hotels are built on.
Yeah, they get a new shuttle thing that brings you out here for $25. They shuttle you out here.
And I totally disagree with that.
Why?
Because I think they're starting to take away the birds' privacy.
The what?
The birds' privacy.
Since when are you an Autobahn advocate, Toby?
I've never been, but you know what? Since they took my rights away of coming out here drinking, I'm going against everybody.
Oh my God! Do you remember that when they were doing that and I did the speech? Were you there?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I was there.
Tell me about it, because I don't have a good memory.
Well, I'm sure your memory's hazy. You were drinking a lot at the time.
Yo, I remember I was coming right from, like, somewhere. I don't know, I was coming from Gainesville maybe or whatever.
Yep.
And they're trying to pass it. I wrote a speech.
For the Pinellas County
and I came to the commission, and I gave it all about why beer is part in dogs.
Yes.
They're trying to outlaw beer and dogs.
You, I think, actually got a standing ovation or something of the sort. There was many people that applauded you at the end of it.
I said, listen, how can you ban dogs and beer when we've had dogs, canines, we domesticated from wolves, And they've been man's best friend and partner forever, right? And beer as well. Beer's been created forever.
It was created as a substitute for water because once they boiled it, they thought it was clean.
He's big on the substitute for water thing.
That's why I drink Bud Light.
It's just an excuse.
It is.
The drink.
That's
it is,
no,
Toby,
Bud Light
right?
is a substitute for
And,
water.
and by the way, that when you got up and talked, I wouldn't mind to, but nobody let me. But I was going to basically say this island went to the birds. But
What do you mean nobody let you, Toby?
I really didn't have the balls to get up there and talk.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
That was not my only time when I did that. I also did in Gainesville, my barber shop. They were gonna did this thing where Santa Fe Community College, they basically blocked them in with a fence, chain link fence in front of them because they technically own the property. So they were trying to force them out basically, and they've been there forever. This place fades and froze. And so I went and I devised a speech, and I said it right at the same time the police in Gainesville or something were renegotiating their contract or something like that with the city. So they were there. And so it was all these firemen, police officers, and I got up and I was talking about how fades and froze is a staple within the community and how dare you. Dude, the guy loved me, and it worked.
There was a similar situation around here in the Madeira Beach Municipal Marina.
Yeah?
A guy was, he owned a store there, not exactly which store it was, but he owned the land lease right in front and underwater of the boat ramp. So he built a chain link fence when he didn't get what he wanted right across the city's municipal marina boat ramp. And
Really?
after that, yeah, he actually had a fence erected in the water on his property line, right, so nobody could back out with their
Dude, that
boats.
fucking bird is coming close.
She's eating the potato chips up in the front.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're on a boat.
In Shell Island.
Right near the beach.
Paso Grill.
We're with Tobia Spinelli.
Yes.
I'd like to introduce Tobia Spinelli. He's a staple in this community as well. Speaking of staples in the community, you have a pizzeria here in St. Petersburg, right?
My family owns it.
Family owns it, but it's named after your father. It's actually Toby's Little Italy Pizza. Right?
Original.
Toby's original Little Italy Pizza. When did they open up the store?
Back in 1972.
1972. And basically, all your Cuginos
Actually,
cornered the market, right?
I can go way back in the way it started and everything. My dad came here from Monte di Prussia to Italy in around 1967. Established himself in Long Island, New York. Made pizza for whatever they call it.
Wait, he came to Long Island first?
Long Island first, correct.
All right.
And-
When did he come?
1968, around that. He used to be actually a captain on a ship because the town in Italy where he comes from, everybody basically was a captain on a ship or worked on a ship.
Yeah, it's like a fishing community right there. It's
shipping.
southern Italy.
Yeah.
It's right on the coast. I've been there
Naples.
actually.
Yeah, you actually.
I
thank
went
you for
there.
disrespecting my town.
My cousin
Yeah.
took me there because I know Toby is from Monte di Prussia, so I made him drive me there just so I can go up to the thing and piss on the sign in front that says Monte di Prussia.
Appreciate that.
And then send him back the picture.
Hey, please come back and visit soon.
Yes.
Yeah, but by the way, from that, he came to Long Island, New York, and he worked at some pizza shop for some Italian guy. And he comes to know that my dad figured out that this guy was kind of mob related.
I'll take another Bud Light, too.
So, whatever. We don't call it. There's no such thing as any mafia. They just basically, they say mafia to put working Italian men down, you know. But he was working for this guy, and he kind of pressured my dad into marrying his daughter.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. And he got scared, and
So this is before your mom?
before my mom, yeah. And then after that he had a friend, an Italian friend that was over in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and said, hey, this is a good location, let's open up a pizza shop. So
We're down here?
no, down in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he actually opened up his first pizza shop there. And that's where he met my mom because she worked in the same shopping center at some clothing store.
And that's why you're saying she's Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah, she's straight up Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah.
Generations back before the fucking English.
Right.
Oh, pardon my French.
And so that
That made sense. That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he marries her.
Yeah, he marries her. He had his pizza shop established, and I guess a couple winters really knocked him on his butt because he was like, it's too cold up here. I'm going down to where... Because he never really used to snow because he's from Naples, Italy. So he's like, I'm going where it doesn't snow. So he moved down. His friend said, hey, there's a place down in St. Petersburg, Florida that we should check out. So he sent his friend down here, Al Parisi or something like that. And he came down here, scoped everything out, and said, I found a great location in St. Pete. And my dad's like, oh, man, that sounds great, you know. And he's like, He sold his car, and he had some Cavero, whatever, with some cars back then with the
Corvair.
engine. Corvair.
He had a Corvair.
He had a
What
Corvair.
happened with the Corvair? Wasn't there something that happened
They had a
with
gas tank.
Yeah.
If they get rear-ended, they exploded.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing like that happened. He basically, that was his love of his life, and he sold it with his restaurant. And his restaurant's actually is so busy right now that it actually became a shopping center.
What? Oh.
It made so much money that it became a shopping center. It's like it was a gold mine.
In Bethlehem?
In Bethlehem.
And he sold his
He
rights to
sold
that?
it. He sold it and everything like that. But the guy who owns it is really grateful, really nice guy. I know who he is.
Really?
And he came down here, and because his buddy came down here to scope things out, and he bought a restaurant for. My dad gave him $25,000, and the guy came down here basically looked for a spot, and he found a spot, but he blew all the money, because back in the 60s and 70s, early 70s, this was a prime mecca for parties. I mean, everything came through here.
Square grouper.
Basically, that's what
Yeah.
Ben's assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he basically spent all of my dad's money, and my dad just basically scrounged up money, as much money as he can, to open up the place. And he opened it in 1972, and it's been open ever since, and we're the most successful pizza shop on the west coast of Florida.
You are?
Yeah, I don't know who else is better.
To be honest with you, I love Little Italy pizza, and it absolutely compares 100% to anything you can get in New York or anything like that.
Well, thanks for the plug.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's absolutely true.
It is the best pizza, I think. I mean, let's put it this way. We were in Kentucky a few years back
But come on.
at the City Hall in the Cumberland, right? Cumberland, Kentucky, I think.
Somerset.
Somerset.
Why were you in Kentucky with Toby?
Because I was looking out to venture out for my family, and I wanted to look at something where it was basically what my dad found in St. Pete, where there was no pizza shops and stuff like that. And plus for my wife to be closer to her family.
Right, because she's from Kentucky.
And it's on a big lake. I got to be around water.
Problem is Burnside, which is where the location was, is a dry city.
A dry, you mean no alcohol?
No alcohol.
It's a dry county. We had to go to Tennessee to get liquor.
Really?
Not cool.
Yeah, fuck that.
So,
Well,
you guys are talking about square grouper. It's interesting because a lot of people, you don't realize like how locked up into that lifestyle. Like our mutual friend, right? What the fuck's his name? Jeff. Jeff was caught up into that, right? And he like did prison time and stuff.
no. It's totally different.
What do you mean?
Totally different.
No, that's not what he was saying.
He was doing prison time for bailfish.
What-
Bailfish and square grouper are two different items.
What? Oh, bailfish is weed,
Yep,
and square grouper is cocaine.
correct.
But anyway, it's the same thing. This was just so open up. They would come and they would just drop shit.
Exactly.
And then you go out in your boat and pick it up and bring it back. right?
Correct.
And then
Yep.
the couriers got money, got paid really well.
10 to 20,000 a pickup.
it's
Yeah.
just basically it's the Gulf of Mexico. Back then, they didn't have the resources, helicopters, and stuff they have today. So when the fishing boats used to come out, they used to call Madeira Beach the grouper capital of the world.
It is still, right?
It still is, but it's actually the cocaine capital of the world.
What?
Yes, because we had so many fishing boats going out. They used to do the drops of the planes, and the fishing boats used to pick it up and bring all the cocaine back. I remember at 3 o'clock in the morning, Ben probably remembers this a few times that happened to him, but you heard the blowing noise of the motor, like brrr, like a diesel motor coming, and all of a sudden you see lights everywhere. And they always pulled over the fishing boats. Well, they let a few pass, whatever, but the ones coming at late at night, you know they're getting pulled over. And they would just find tons of cocaine on board.
Yeah.
Literally tons.
So that's how they're supplementing their income.
On average, on an average given week in the 70s and early 80s,
Yes.
there was probably about 6 tons of cocaine that came through Madeira Beach ports alone.
Really?
Absolutely.
There's actually a guy that lives in St. Pete Beach. He still lives there. He wrote a book. I forgot the name of it, man. Whatever, but you could do your research on it. But he was part of the Steinhatchee 7. He was 19 years old, and he used to sail. Well, he started when he was 17, and he used to sail to Jamaica on a sailboat, bring back tons of marijuana, and bring it back here, and then just sell it and have a big party in St. Pete Beach, and basically blow his money and then go back out.
Oh, let's talk about the Dildo King guy.
Oh, Dave,
What
he's
happened-
great.
what- yeah.
He's actually he's a good guy. He's a
He
really
really
good guy.
Yeah. I've met him a couple times out on the
Sandbar.
sandbar over there in Johns Pass and out here too, I think. But yeah, the Dildo. We get some funny characters down here in Florida. They make their money elsewhere or whatever, and they come down here and talk about him for a second.
Well,
I
he
would love
actually
to
made
get him
his-
on the podcast. I want to.
We'll get him.
Do you think we can get him on the podcast?
We probably could.
I want to do it. Can we?
Are
Can
you
we?
going to be here this weekend?
I'm going to be here for. Well, no, I'm going to go to a wedding out in West Palm.
Okay,
I'm
well,
doing a podcast out there with a psychic attorney, and then I'm going to come back. And then I want to do one with Dave, the Dildo King guy.
He'll be at the Sandbar from Friday at 5 p.m.
Dude, we should go
until
out to the
Sunday night
Sandbar.
at 6.
And
You
do a
definitely got to hit
podcast.
him up after 3 o'clock because that's when the liquor starts kicking in. But he's a really nice guy to talk to.
Yeah, I
He
know.
actually he started with the Aqua Vulva.
What is that?
It's a male sex toy.
What the fuck?
It was filled with warm water, and it is something that you use as a male to pleasure yourself.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
And so neither did
by
he.
the way, we got ladies on board. So, let's get on that
he
subject.
ventured off to create the basilica glass, something like that, some kind of glass that used for dildos, and you put it in the microwave for warm water.
Yeah, I can.
What? You don't want... Okay.
Okay, we're about to go to the beach.
Okay.
No, go ahead, talk about it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't offend us any.
Well, no, it's just interesting that there's this dude named Dave, and he's the Dildo King guy. or
He
whatever.
actually took his
He,
patent to the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Makes sex toys.
He was on HBO.
He was?
Yeah.
Real sex.
He was on
Yeah,
HBO?
And they filmed on his boat.
Really?
No, not his boat. It was Bill Edwards' boat.
One of the times. Part of it's on his
Sea
boat.
Ray. The beach is very nice. The best part is to lay in the flats over there and get just chill.
I got you. Don't you worry now.
Wait,
So we got a couple ladies on the boat, and they're getting off right now, jumping in the water,
Let her.
right?
That's good. Whoop. I'll hand it to you.
Put the music right over here, Tobe. Yeah. Nice.
actually, let's go to the subject because something's really bothering me because the last time we were on the radio together, it was a pirate radio station, and we actually got busted by the FCC. You remember that, Rob?
Dude, listen, no, I don't remember that. But speaking of Bob Noxious,
Yes, he's a great guy.
Yes, you remember
I'm
Bob
doing
Noxious,
Bob Noxious'
99.9
show on
Pirate
Monday,
Radio.
the 27th.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing it on the 27th. And the
That's going to slide off of
and,
there.
and the last episode, he told everybody. He said Bobby Pickles will be on the next one, and they had this whole conversation about it.
Yeah, but let me tell you a story about that. This is before Rob
So
was...
yes, this is before podcasting, before like any of this started becoming like this, where anybody can have the wherewithal, you can create your own radio show. This guy Bob Noxious, who I'm gonna interview here on like the next episode or something, but I'm gonna go do his. He has his own podcast, and it's called Loud, Fast, and Shitty Radio, and it's all punk bands, like emerging punk bands and old school punk bands, and he plays them and he has them on the show and stuff like that. But anyway, he was doing pirate radio like back in the day, right in downtown St. Petersburg. He had all the stuff, right, and it was only that radius. It was like a 5-mile radius or something like that, and you could only pick it up when you get downtown.
Yeah, but the funny thing is how interested you were into going to meet this guy that actually
I
had
wa-
the pirate
I was.
races. Yes, you were.
And
You
I
bugged
can't believe
me.
you remember this. And
This is because it was a great time. It was
because
so much fun.
you brought me over there, and
Yeah.
we went in that little apartment and stuff.
Yep,
and,
up in the old house, Victorian-style house.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were actually going there for the races, you remember? And we parked in front of his house. And
So did the FCC.
but we went upstairs, and I remember telling Rob about it, and I was like, man, this guy has a pirate radio station. He's like, oh, I want to go check it out, and everything like that, and brought you there. And actually, I never talked on radio or anything like that, whatever. But he told me to get on the radio, and I forgot what I said, whatever. But I just remember somebody knocking on his door and saying, yo, the FCC's downstairs, dog. You got to run. You got to get this shit out of here. And, like, he just basically broke everything down. We put it in the trunk of my car. He looked outside of it real quick, and he saw a white van looking at his apartment. And it was, like, totally whacked out. And we just put it in the trunk of my car, and we walked away.
There's a wire. He had a wire, the antenna running up the side of his apartment building.
Really?
And they actually triangulated his signal, parked across the street, and were ready to come down and bust him.
Wow.
And we got out of there just in the nick
That's
of
the
time.
original podcasting. This guy's been at it forever.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's never done like traditional like radio though, like being so into it and doing pirate radio and doing podcasts.
I just think that his personality was like he just wanted to not give a shit, and he never gave a shit, and he just wanted to express himself. Yeah, he's a great guy.
We actually started talking some business too. We'll see how that turns out.
What is that?
What is what?
Is that a bonefish?
Snook.
Snook? I don't think that's a snook.
Snook.
Yeah, actually, I think it is. There's
It
a
is
whole
a snook.
school of
You see a
snook
stripe?
coming by.
That's what the guys are looking for. That would be fun. Yeah, but regardless of that, thank goodness there's Bobcast, so Podcast or whatever. The beers are talking now.
Yeah, we're having Bud Light beers.
Bud Light beers on
Bud
the
Light
boat.
beers on the boat. Everything's working out.
Water's nice.
Now, this place, you'll never leave this place, right, Toby?
No. I've been all around the world, man. You know, I mean, this is definitely a place where I want to settle, spread my seed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I was born and raised here. I was born at Bayfront Hospital.
Me too.
You were?
Yeah, dude.
And you hate this place.
And I hate it.
You suck.
Well, you have a negative attitude, and that's okay.
I don't have a negative attitude.
Well,
He just
not
doesn't know
exactly.
how to take life by the fucking
As it comes?
not as it comes.
No,
but you just gotta enjoy
I
yourself.
want
It's
to take
beautiful.
I want to take life by the balls.
See, you like to roll with the punches. We like to roll with the waves.
Actually, you know why I think New Yorkers are always pissed off? Because
Tell
it's
me,
never
Toby.
fucking sunny there. The buildings are blocking the sun. How you gonna be happy? You got no vitamin fucking D, right?
That's the problem.
Like 7 months out of the year, it's cold.
7 months out of the year is cold.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. You know what? Ben, did you wear long pants any time this summer?
No.
Let me tell you, I still don't have any clothes. I've only been there 3 years, but I have like a lot of like clothes from Florida still, you know, and I hardly have any.
And you
long
look like a
pants.
dork in New
I
York.
look like a dork.
Yeah. Who walks around in New
Definitely.
York
But
with sandals?
you know what
Especially a village.
Oh, you know what they say though? I asked my one of my friends this. He's black. I said, dude, I don't know if it's because I'm from Florida originally or what, but like I'll go out and it's cold and I'll wear shorts. And he's like, no, it's because you're white.
Wow.
No, he's like, it's a white thing.
I guess he had thicker skin.
It's true though. Caucasians came from colder climate and stuff like that.
I don't only thing I know. I just
You deal with
Florida-
it easier than Africans.
Well, part of that is adapting. You know, being able to adapt to your current surroundings.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
Adapting, dude, is air conditioning. If you don't have air conditioning, you're not gonna live in Florida.
By the
We
way,
don't- do we have air conditioning right here?
like,
It's like a savior down here.
Well,
Toby, like you were talking about Italy and stuff like that.
I rarely
one,
use
one
AC.
thing that my cousin Lorenzo totally picked up on when he came here was our over obsessive like culture of blasting the air conditioning.
Well, actually, I just had family here from Italy, and they're just saying they're amazed how much everything had air conditioning. Because
Yeah.
my house in Italy, like
They
I
don't
would
have
run
it.
my air conditioning 24/7.
Dude,
and they
we're
think I'm
addicted to the
crazy.
air conditioning down here. You
Yeah.
blast it so much, like it's nice to just open up a window.
But who's gonna do that, man? It's humid.
Yeah.
are
It
you
is.
comfortable right now sitting on the boat?
Am I?
Do we have air conditioning?
Yeah, but who's gonna have a house on a freaking barrier island?
I'm moving on to a sailboat.
That's good luck.
Yeah, Coletti, you're currently homeless, right? Let's talk about that. Let's bring you up to speed on Coletti really quick. Since we last talked,
I rather
Coletti
stay on
is
this subject.
broken up with his girlfriend,
Finally,
moved out of the apartment they shared.
amen.
Yeah, I hated her, by the way. I'll go ahead and just say
Me
that
too.
right now.
Me too.
Take it easy, guys.
Totally
Let's
negative.
all
But
not harbor
anyway,
hate.
So now, obviously, like we talked, he's the runs the Thunderbird. So where is he living? He's living at the Thunderbird now. And his aspiration is he has a sailboat that you acquired from somebody.
And have
correct?
Drew
sex with
Toby.
as many tourists as he can.
Tobia Spinelli here is the one who actually acquired this sailboat.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
I got him a sailboat from my mom's cousin. She didn't want it no more, and she wanted to give it to me because she would be happy with knowing that one of her family members are using it. And I gave it to Ben, and somebody got greedy and said, talk about lawyers and this and that. And I was like, fuck this, dude. This is a free sailboat. I got it for free. I just want to have some fun with it. Here you go. You can have it. And basically, that's how he got the sailboat.
So now he has a sailboat, and what are you planning on doing?
Well, we're going to be doing an electric conversion. We're switching out the old Atomic 4 for a new electric motor.
That's a gas motor, by the way.
It is, not diesel.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I know, you got to explain it. Atomic force.
You got to explain it.
I just thought of it as being a bomb or something.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
So you're going to replace the motor?
Going to be putting in an electric motor instead of a gas motor.
For the purposes of what you want to do, talk about that.
For the purposes of what I want to do, well, see here.
Where are you going to live?
I'm going to live on the sailboat, and here's why that electric motor ties in. Because running an electric motor requires a large battery bank.
Actually, I feel like we're wasting airtime here. Why don't we talk about more important things?
This is very important.
Legalizing marijuana.
No, listen. Shut the fuck up, Toby.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, that's anger from a New Yorker right there.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's needed. Can you give me another Bud Light?
Yeah. You're cutting off some very important information. Why Coletti is going to live on a sailboat now?
Well,
and work at the Thunderbird.
What?
Where are you going to have it parked?
Behind the Tahitian Bayside. The Tahitian actually.
We talked about that. That's part of the
correct.
It's part of the property.
King Industries, yes.
So you already worked this out with your boss?
Absolutely. And I got the DEP permit.
Dude, you're really taking on like a Floridian, man. Just
I mean,
living on a sailboat, working at a beach resort. Fucking dude.
It's all a lie.
Huh?
Well,
no, like, listen, this is how stupid he is, right? We're driving down Tom Seward Causeway 666, whatever, and he was like, Toby, do not cross the bridge. And I was like, why? And he's like, do not go over the bridge. And I was like, dude, are you that stupid? Are you not leaving the island so you have something to say? What's your record now? A couple months?
Yeah.
And he was like getting so much anxiety because so you make a U-turn right before the bridge so you didn't freak out on me.
Wow. Because you wanted to.
He wanted to brag, basically.
It's not bragging. It's
a beach bum.
It's a certain lifestyle you get accustomed to. You know, once you don't leave the island because everything here is what you need.
I haven't left the island in 5 years. Sorry,
dude. The bottom line is that no, actually, I get anxiety once I cross the bridge.
We talked about it last
different.
time, man. You know, summed it up. Florida is where people come to retire. And that is exactly what. Listen, that is exactly what his father did. His father retired essentially.
Not my dad, dude. He came here to make money.
His dad did. His dad retired, and Coletti, dude, think about it. He grew up with his dad retired, so all he did was just see him just chilling all the time.
If this is such a shitty place, then why you fucking New Yorkers come down here so much? Why are the Yankees?
You're here, aren't you? Sitting on a boat on Shell Island, relaxing, drinking Bud Lights.
Even
Cheater lives down here.
Perfect
Cheater lives down here.
So?
Yeah, so?
He lives up there, too.
He lives in Tampa. He has a big house over there.
Does he have a big house or
really big house? I mean, a really big house.
He
had a big
16,000 square feet.
No, I know he has the house on Davis Islands, right?
That's the house I'm talking about. But he got in a big fight with the city of Tampa because he wanted to pull his wall up so high, and they were arguing about it. He's like, "Fuck that," and he just basically paid him off. He's retiring in Tampa, and he's talking about buying a major league team. Some people are saying the Rays.
What?
Who knows?
He's gonna buy a major league team.
He said he wants to be an owner. But what team can he afford other than the Rays? He can't buy the Yankees.
Well, the Rays are a great franchise.
They are. I mean, this is so much history. There was 16 Major League Baseball teams in the 1920s, and 12 of them had spring training right here in St. Petersburg.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Babe Ruth got married right at Jungle Prada to his second wife.
What, really?
Yeah, right in Jungle Prada. It used to be called the Gangplank. Al Capone used to own that.
What?
Yeah. His beach house is actually on Treasure Island. You can still see it. He has his footprints and his handprints in the garage right
You know, Al Capone lived here, right?
Al Capone actually, he got all the smuggling here because this is where they got the pure Caribbean rum. Because we're the closest port to the Havana. This is before Miami. And he basically built Admiral Farragut and everything like that. It used to be called the Jungle Country Club.
Really?
Yeah, he used to own it with some guy, Walter Fuller. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Public Pool.
Fuller.
Walter Fuller Public Pool.
Public Pool.
Yeah.
It's out there in Azalea.
Yeah.
You know, Tyrone Mall actually used to be Al Capone's airfield.
Really?
Yeah. He used to land his planes there, come here from Chicago, whatever, party. There's a quote that you can find online. I don't know, actually, I could look it up in a minute, whatever, but there's a quote that Al Capone said about St. Petersburg.
Thank you. I'm going to find that quote, and I'm going to make it a T-shirt.
You should.
That would be great.
That would
Thank
be
you
great.
for that idea.
FatEnzo.com.
It says something about thank you for the worthy citizens of Chicago. I don't know. You have to look it up. It says something about I'm going to St. Petersburg, find your booze and pleasures from somewhere else or something like that.
I'll look it up.
St.
Definitely
Petersburg
look it up.
does have a rich history. I mean, you think about Janus Landing, which was the first commercial flight. The
That's
plane
true.
actually hangs in the Clearwater International Airport.
So Janus Landing is the name of a concert venue here in St. Pete where everybody goes. And there's the Detroit Hotel. It's a part of the Detroit Hotel.
It's now called Janus Live.
What happened was, it's now called Janus Live. Those bastards.
Correct.
Why'd they take the landing part out of it?
Thank you, Bill Edwards.
Well, we'll get into that in a second. But basically, so like you were saying, it was this guy Janus. He was from Detroit. He was actually from Detroit, and he had the first commercial flight, and it was right here, and it was from Tampa to St. Petersburg, shuttling people over to the beach. And
I believe it was a water plane. It was a water plane. That's the one that hangs in the St. Pete Clearwater or the Clearwater
yes,
International
you're
Airport.
correct. It was a water plane, and it only carried one passenger.
That was it.
It only hovered. It only went 50 feet in the air, and it went like 35 miles an hour or something. It didn't really go very fast, but it was a lot faster than going around where Oldsmar is and coming back in.
And this is before the Courtney Campbell, the Gandy, and 275 highway were actually Franklin. What is that? The Howard Franklin?
Actually, the Gandy Bridge was the first bridge built.
It was.
Yes, it was. It was a 2-lane bridge, and it was built back in 1920s.
Now that bridge still stands, or one of them does, and it was called the Friendship Trail, I believe.
Well, it's the Friendship Trail, but it's actually closed down right now because due to corrosion.
And they spent $1.2 million on aluminum railing that spans the entire bridge. 6 months afterwards, they closed it due to structural
basically
failure.
a fraud.
Oh, I got an interesting thing. You're talking about all these things. What about when the bridge came down over here? This fucking bridge.
Back in 1983.
By the way, we
Skyway
can see
Bridge.
it, right? We can like
The
almost
Skyway
see
Bridge.
the Skyway Bridge
Yeah.
from where we're at
you
right
can
now.
actually, if you stand on top of
there's
here,
a
you
couple
can see the
trees in the way,
Skyway.
but you can see it. It's right there.
Yeah, but the Skyway Bridge, big, huge ass bridge, right?
Yeah, it was back in 1983. There was a gale, a strong storm, and a cargo ship was coming through, a barge.
He was definitely
basically.
drinking whiskey. He tested positive for alcohol.
Yeah, and there was a gale coming through, and he basically ran into the bridge, and like 30-something people died. Like a tour bus actually went into the water, and everybody died. It was kind of a tragic accident.
Yeah.
And back in 1983, I was pretty young, but I remember hearing about it and people talking about it, and us going on the bridge, and everybody's scared.
I remember my dad talking about it and talking about like he knew somebody that was on it or something like that at the time.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty crazy. Definitely
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, but my father moved down here in the 70s, you know? And this guy
Good
is
times back then.
this guy's such an idiot, let me tell you. Bro, like, and I always give him shit about it, but he says like you never know what's going to be good when it's happening like right then or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just think he made a horrible decision. But being from Bridgeport, where Subway restaurants was started, Fred DeLuca was the guy who started it, right? And it was in Bridgeport. It was right across the street from University of Bridgeport. It was called Pete's Subway sandwich. Anyway, my father knew Fred DeLuca and owned 2 or 3 of the first Subway restaurants, and was actually had all rights to the Northeast, and he gave it all up, and he moved to Florida and started Picarillo's House of Subs, and it went down in 1 year. It went out of business, right? Because he put the fucking pizza oven right next to the walk-in cooler or something like that. I think I remember that's one of the reasons. And the electricity bill went up. But he wasn't good at pizza making. He was good at making subs. And he decided to make pizza. And he actually has a story of your father coming over there, Tobe, and like talking to him and trying to like help him or something.
Well, if you get back on the subject of my dad opened up the store back in '72, he actually believed in the concept of helping other businesses because it helps your business.
Right.
Like if he sees the other business failing, it's good karma. Go over there and help that person, get him going again.
His father was very well known for helping out anybody who asked.
But it was but I remember we were having this original conversation a couple of years ago, and we were talking about your dad and stuff like that, and he was saying how he did that, and that's when I remembered that my dad said that he had met your father before, and he came to his store and was trying to was talking to him about the pizza, like how to make it better and stuff like that, because he obviously knew that my dad didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Well, he did that back
And again,
then.
he goes
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a competing business and offers his help.
Right.
That's a stand-up guy.
Well, basically, he would open up businesses for people from our hometown in Italy, like Monte di Brescia, and like basically come bring them to our house. They would actually stay in our house in Madeira Beach and work in the restaurant. Like there was such a influx of people coming in and out, like Italian people and stuff. I always had to be around with because they always worked in the restaurant. But all them people actually went out and been successful pizza owners. Like there's one guy, Benji Schiano. He owns a place over in Orlando. And he opened up a thing called Food Systems, and basically owns franchises all around the United States in airports. So he's doing good. So he helped everybody out, just whoever needed.
Why do you
help, he
think
gave
I
it.
asked you a couple of years ago? Remember when I asked you if I could just like work at your place for free? I just wanted to work at the pizza restaurant for free and just learn everything and how to make it. There's a reason why I was doing that.
It's just
I mean, you wouldn't let me do it.
it's just too easy. You have to go out there and get it. It's a secret. That's a family recipe. It's not the pizza sauce. It's not the.
See, he's
pizza
doing
dough.
it for infiltrative purposes, not learning purposes.
Yes.
No, I was doing it for genuine learning purposes.
But it's just it's not the place. It's not the secret recipe. It's what you give what your customers want, and taking care of your customers, and not upsetting them, make them feel like they're a part of the place. They're your boss. They're your business partner. They're your owner. Is
Now-
your customer.
Now, Toby, one thing that was publicized, though, I guess a year ago, I don't know, how long ago was it, where they wrote that article about Little Italy Pizza and your family dynamic of the ownership. You don't want to talk about this?
No, we could talk about it. But there's been a big war going on in my family. Blah blah blah. Everybody's been trying to get a percentage, and
And then what about you, though? Like, do you got a percentage
I mean, I got my percentage,
do?
whatever. But I'm just happy with what I got.
you're taking care of?
I'm taking care of my father's business. That's the only reason why I'm there.
And you carry his name,
Yes, I do carry his
just
name.
like your dad. Your dad was Tobia, and it
I
was
have-
actually Tobia.
Yes,
and you
and
know-
my real name's Tobia.
You know, it's so funny. Like, job. I was working retail, slinging cell phones up in New York City, right? And one of my customers was this girl, a white girl, blonde hair, and her name was Tobia. And I said, "That's a male's name in Italy." And she goes, "Holy shit! I can't believe you just like said that. Not a lot of people know that."
Yeah.
And I hear it all the time, like randomly from Italian people. And they call me out on it. I don't know why my fucking parents gave me the name Tobia.
There's actually
Was she from Italian descent or
No,
was she American?
No, American white girl.
I
blonde hair.
looked
Well,
up
they
on
didn't
Facebook.
understand the dynamic of the name Tobia.
Yeah.
I looked it up on Facebook, and there's actually only one more Tobia other than me.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What are you talking about? Everybody in no way.
I'm serious. You can
There's-
look it up right
there
now.
can't
There's
be.
23
No
million Facebook users.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not true.
There's more than that.
I'm saying.
serious.
Are
Look
you
it
talking
up.
about
There's
Florida?
only me and another guy. That's it. Named Tobia.
Really?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
And
you
he
know?
lives in my
Does it
hometown
have
in
any
Italy.
meaning or just a name?
There's just a name. People call me Toby because it's a lot easier to say
Yeah,
than Tobia.
but it's Tobia, and you do it the traditional way too in Italy. You're the one who told me about this. There's no middle name. It's just your name and your last name, right?
Yes, that's it.
And that's something that I see all the time when I'm in New York, and these people that are not off the boat long, like or even the American Italians up there. Usually, a lot of them don't have middle names.
That's very true.
Yeah,
You got to go to North Italy for a middle name.
you do.
That's where it starts.
Don't quote him on that.
A lot of these facts that he comes up with,
Oh,
he
these are
says it so assertively that you just think that
Most
it's
of them
true.
are highly erroneous.
Basically, I listened to his other podcast, and I wanted to do this just because he's such a bullshitter.
These are not 100% factual. I quote this now.
Wait, no, but you had a lot on the last podcast. You had a lot of facts. You're
Yes.
saying most
Yeah,
of
a
those
lot
things
of
you
facts
didn't
that
know.
are wrong. I mean, I say 70-something. You know what I mean? At least say that.
See, at least you're being broad. See, here's the thing. But then it doesn't. You've lost my attention at that
That's
point.
such manure, dude.
So I'd rather state maybe something that is maybe true. As long as you say it with confidence,
Yeah.
I'll believe it.
I do the same thing. I always say stuff and then I change my mind afterwards. So that's why I developed this. Somebody else said it and coined it, but I reserve the right to change my mind.
So I heard from a friend.
I'm a contrarian. Basically, people say something and I go against them just instinctively.
Well, again, that's your, I would say, New York attitude.
That's why he's from New York.
Yeah. Even though I'm not from New York, I'm from Florida.
You might as well be.
He's
And I was born in Bayfront, just like you.
But he hates Florida.
But I hate Florida
I don't know why.
Well,
because there's so many incorrigible,
You-
redneck, good old boy
You know
type,
what? Anywhere
idiotic
you
people.
go, you
What?
have problems.
What
you
do you
go
mean?
You go to Staten Island, You got the fucking guy that still lives with his mom that's 40 years old.
That's all over the place.
Scumbag. And he thinks he knows everything when you're sitting at the bar with him, right? You go to New York City. You got somebody from the village. Some gay guy. Got a chip on his shoulder. Daddy don't like he's gay. Constantly pissed off at everybody. Constantly pissed off at you. Gives you a fucking attitude every morning when you get your fucking coffee. Okay? Everywhere you got to deal with bullshit. You just don't want to deal with rednecks because it's a fucking excuse.
That is an excuse. Well, basically what I would say, he's doing good where he's at, but he's leaving where he's from.
And he's forgetting where he's from.
Well, he thinks it's a progression, but I don't agree.
No, we just talked about it. I didn't forget completely. I don't even own a lot of long pants.
Yeah, that's true. We did talk about
yeah.
that.
You'll remember. Keep your sandals,
I remember
son.
when I look at my goddamn wardrobe and I have all fucking trashy shorts and shit like that. I'm like, God
Well, you know
damn
what?
it.
Down here, they are cool.
Huh?
Down here, they are
You
cool.
know, when I moved up there, I wore flip flops, and somebody goes, "Flip flops are gay."
So?
That's
so
what-
are you.
when
Well, here's the thing.
Come
When
down
you're
to Florida,
here,
dude.
when
Tight
you're in New
fucking
York,
jeans, all
when
right?
you're in New York and you sit next to a millionaire at the bar, they flaunt it. When you're in Florida and you sit next to a millionaire at the bar, you'd never know the difference. They'll have maybe paint-stained clothes, some sandals. They don't care. They're having a good time. They may be sitting
You'll
on
never
6
know
million
it.
liquid. Who knows? You'll never know. But that's kind of the relaxed attitude, go with the flow kind of deal. I'm not trying to show off for anybody. I'm just here to have a good time.
And there's not all old people down here. I mean, come on, Ben. You born and raised in Madera Beach. How much good times did you have with young girls? I mean, when we were growing up. I mean, it was
I
great.
actually proposed to somebody yesterday, I think.
You did?
Absolutely.
Well, he's single. I'm married. I don't do that sort of thing.
You'll have to edit that out.
But by the way, it's just a great place to live. It is. It's just all in your personality. If you're a stressed out person and you don't like, I mean, you not like life, but you don't like being around people, New York is a great place.
If you don't mind being around people,
Florida's a great place.
dude, what are you talking about? New York has
People cannot drive down here. Up there, that you're going so fast, you
You're
don't have time to worry
you got to
about
be
anything.
defensive and aggressive.
I love it. That's
You don't
how
have
I am,
time
though.
to worry about it.
You are. It's exactly Rob. Defensive and aggressive.
Wow.
I'm defensive and aggressive.
Wow.
See,
I'm alpha aggressive. Like, I will fucking destroy you. I will run over you. I will crush your soul.
Rob might be getting left at the island. I'll bring the radio
Yes.
equipment back, edit, and chop.
But I'm serious, and that's why I always, felt like I was going against the grain here. You know, people didn't like my attitude. They didn't like when I curse a lot.
It's just basically living down here. Living up in New York is paddling against the river. Living down here is just going with the river.
Go with the flow, man.
Just go with the flow, bro.
I don't feel like that's true, though.
It is true.
No, it's
because-
not. It's all
Dude.
of these like-minded people that are like me too,
Well-
living in the same place. So
Well,
it is
Still
going.
swimming upriver.
It's going
Salmon,
down
trying
a
to
rapid.
find-
That's what it is.
It's not
okay.
like-
You're going up the rapids, my friend.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Every day's
Yeah,
a
It's
struggle.
going down the rapid.
No.
If you're going down the rapid, you
everybody's
end
going
up
with-
in Florida.
Everybody's going with the flow, my friend.
end
You're-
up in
you're
Florida if you were going
You're
down.
on a lazy river
No.
going with the flow.
You know what? We'll live longer.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
It's
die like
absolutely
when
true.
you're 60. Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh,
or
well, the
something.
quality of air in New York is. You can only get so
No,
much Central
you
Park
can't-
out
you
of there.
can't- they have good water. Whatever.
They do.
Leisure.
They have absolutely
But
great water. I
other-
just drink tap water all the time.
But other than that, you know what? I'm a Floridian, and
we deal with a little
what
sulfur
I'm
in the
looking at
water.
right now is a white, sandy beach with sea oats blowing in the wind, and I'd rather see that than some big freaking building.
Oh, what were we
That's-
doing? What were we doing when we were driving out here just now? What did you do when you saw
Oh,
them
dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah, we were going slow. We were trying to get some dolphins going beyond the boat.
Dude, I didn't even know they do that, and Toby saw it from a distance, and he knew that he was going to get in there and drive right next to them, and they were going to start coming up behind the boat and, driving in that. Explain it, Toby, why they do that, why they're attracted to boats. Why do they come right behind it and
They're
swim like
basically
that?
attracted to boats because when a boat moves across water, it causes displacement, and displacement causes like a vortex behind the boat, and the dolphins get behind it, and it's basically like running on one of them flat treadmills that you see in the airports and stuff like that. There's no effort in it. It's basically like a game for them.
Yeah.
But you gotta get the boat at the right speed at the right time.
But
and
you got
get an eye
right
for
up
it.
there. You got it at the right speed.
Yeah, but I just didn't
Even
have
though
enough
we're not-
displacement. We're
'cause
not in the right
best
time.
boat,
No,
right?
no, we're not right now. No.
What's up with this boat? Why is this not the right boat? Where'd you get this boat?
I'm a part of a boat club. I pay a monthly fee, and I can take out anything from 18-foot boat all the way up to 25.
Really?
Yeah.
So you pay like a monthly fee?
Yeah, it's definitely better than owning an own boat because if I break this, I drop it off.
Wait, what do they say about the best days of a boat owner's life? What's
The
that?
day you
So-
bought it and the day you sold it.
Yeah, Van got it right.
Right. Because there's so much shit that happens to it constantly.
Break out another 1,000 is what boat stands for.
Yeah?
BOAT.
But you know what?
Break
If that
out.
looked,
But
look,
do you know enough mechanics where you can confidently take care of a boat?
Yes, but
And then not have to be showing up?
irregardlessly, there is
Stupid word.
always maintenance.
When Coletti says
You will
irregardlessly-
have to maintain it.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying.
It's a year. I mean, you have to maintain the boat constantly.
Wow.
It's like having.
Irregardlessly.
Yeah, well, where's that from, anyways?
Where is it from? Isn't it regardless?
Where'd you get that from?
Irregardlessly.
St. Catholic?
Maybe that's it was a very good education.
I went to
there.
Center Academy, so I'm not really used to this. Like,
High
Why did
quality
we all
words.
go to?
whoa,
we all
that's
went to
hard.
private schools.
Yeah, we did.
Why?
Because I don't know. Maybe our parents had enough money to send us to a private school.
Why did they send Coletti to Catholic school when he wasn't Catholic?
Because
he
he got
Protestant.
kicked out of everything he went to. Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they let me go. I think I wasn't right for the team. They said
What?
Let
you're
him
not
go.
this kind of material. I said, oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll move on to the next one.
What are you talking about? Who
I-
said that?
A lot of Northside Christian, Grace Lutheran. I went to all the.
I went to
the thing is,
Northside Christian for a second. I went there when I was like in third grade.
The bottom line is that if you experience all these different types of religions and schools, you'll eventually realize that it's all just a governmental agency that has no face.
You know, you're absolutely right. That's what schools are, really. Schools are just socializing tools for people, shepherd you in and make you a sheep for the rest of your life, and go work in a corporation, which is the same kind of thing as a school.
Yeah,
you
but-
know?
Well,
With
without
all the makeup
drones,
on
the
it.
But
world
I went
wouldn't
to
turn.
I went to a
But
private
when people
school.
like me, you get fucking kicked out of every goddamn school. I got kicked out of 3 or 4 different high schools. I went to
Yeah, but you got kicked out for having a bad attitude. I got kicked out for
I had
having
a bad
fun.
attitude. I got a bad attitude, and I fought all the time. I'd always get in fights.
No, I'd always.
you
Well,
have so
let's not
much
go
hate
there.
and
But
hate.
I did. I had so much anger. Toby, why are you like a fucking Buddha where you know everything about people and you're very intuitive?
Because I kind of like been to Italy a lot of times, like whatever. And lived in Florida, you be around a lot. I've been around a lot of diverse people, and you learn to get along with people. If you don't get along with people, you don't get anywhere in life.
But one thing that Coletti and I always talked about with Toby is that you're just like this fucking calm, like chill person. And when you speak and you say stuff, usually about business, but now I'm seeing it more about life. Like you're more intelligent with that and stuff. But when we were talking about it all the time, it was really about business. There's like this common sense, this like instinctual, intuitive, fucking business common sense.
that's part of being able to read people. I think Toby is one of the best.
Basically, like when you see somebody, you look at their facial expressions. If you see they're having a bad day, give them a smile, give them a good attitude. They'll give you a good attitude. You see somebody with a happy face, give them a shitty attitude.
what?
Not a shitty attitude, but joke around with them. Have
Give
a
him
good
the
time.
opposite.
But give him a good time. Like, give him a smile, give him a joke. Throw a little joke at him or something. I
Right.
mean, you just got to read facial expressions. If somebody's having a bad day, treat it like them like they're having a bad day. Care for them. Actually care what people think, not just care about yourself.
Yeah, which is I have a problem with.
Yeah, you do. That's why you don't live in Florida.
Selfish.
Is it selfish?
It's
Is egotistical?
See, if you want to ever entertain the idea of enlightenment, you need to be selfless. You need to forget yourself and be passive.
Fuck that. If I was passive, I'd be passive aggressive.
You are.
Actually, you
when
know
you're
what?
not
I'm
aggressive, you're passive aggressive.
I'll tell you
Trust
something. I'm
me.
not passive aggressive. I know some people that are passive aggressive. Passive aggressive is the sneaky pussy
It's
way
a
to
little
be aggressive.
slide, snake in the grass style.
Yeah, me, I'm right in your face. I tell you, go fuck yourself, right to your face.
Yeah, but you can't be like that.
Why?
You
gotta
can.
be
You'll
respectful
just
to
die
people.
earlier.
Yes.
What?
You'll die earlier. More stress, cortisol. You know, you watch the TV shows.
Yeah.
You're gonna die sooner.
I'm already getting high blood pressure. What?
Sooner than the
Don't
rest
tell
of us.
me I'm gonna die
See, we
soon,
live
you
out
son of a
here. Look how
bitch.
relaxed we are. We're out here on the boat, having a good time.
You're watching the people look for snook.
Yep.
Having
This is
some
it.
beers,
Yeah.
We're not
smoking some
running.
weed.
We're not running. I don't do that.
I did not claim
Dude,
that.
didn't you just say you wanted to talk about the legalization?
Well,
of marijuana?
legalization
but
of medical
I
marijuana
don't
for the
talk
purpose
about
of
weed. I talk about medication.
Well, I don't agree with you, Toby. I don't think that it's. I don't agree with that.
I think that it's a plant, and there's a lot more other things to worry about out there other than marijuana.
Toby, I I do not concur with the basic argument that it needs to be legal for the purposes of medication. I think that it does have medicinal uses. However, it should be recreational. There should be no stipulation on it whatsoever.
Well, again, it's people like you that actually force your permanent agenda on a short-term goal. And what you need to do is take one bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant. So, if we're going to do this, it's going to happen one step at a time. Let's make legislation happen.
Coletti, where did you learn that phrase, it's how you eat an elephant?
Everybody knows that.
I don't know.
What? I've never heard it before.
You never heard that?
No.
I heard that.
That's
How do
brilliant.
you eat an elephant?
Yeah.
One bite at a time.
You got that right.
Did your father ever say that to you?
No, my mom always says to me that my dad had a broken English. Very
Really?
broken English.
Did he have any sayings or anything?
Like,
He had really broken English?
really broken. Ben remembers.
Wait,
Well,
what-
it's one of the
is
things,
your-
and that's pride.
Is your father still around?
Actually, he passed away back in '94.
Isn't that the same year that your dad
Not
died?
same
2
year,
years
same
later.
age. We were the same age. He's a couple years
2 years
older than me,
later.
18 months.
No, it was 94. It was 14
Yeah, actually,
when I was 14.
Your
his dad
father
died.
passed away
I
in
remember.
92.
94.
94?
Yeah, I was there.
I remember
Oh,
when
maybe
his
it
dad
was- it
passed
was
away.
that
Oh,
close.
believe me, if my dad passed away, I would know.
Look at these guys. They're looking for the snook. Snook's one of the best fish you can eat out here. You know that. It's not
did your-
commercially
did your-
available because of its protected status.
Did your father impart a lot of knowledge onto you?
Actually, I just hung out with my dad a lot, and I saw what he did and how he had made an impact on people, and I just thought that was a big man to live up to, and I've been practicing ever since.
Dude, that's got to be awesome, man. Like, I'll be brutally honest. I don't respect my father like that at all. I don't.
Well, I mean, not everything's
and-
all perfect.
But
I mean,
to be
Ben.
able to, like, look like my grandfather is a totally different story. On my mom's side, Vincent Iannati, I looked up to him so much, and he imparted on me so much knowledge, and I loved him.
Yeah, but
right?
Ben
'Cause
Ben
he was really
remembers
strong.
the arguments that my dad. He used to yell at us a lot and stuff. I mean, nothing was always
No work,
the green grass.
no eat.
Yeah. I mean, we always had to do chores and clean fish and stuff like that.
No work, no eat.
Yeah,
You
You
know
don't
they
do
say
your
that?
chores,
Yeah.
you don't eat.
No work, no eat.
it was kind of rough, but it was nice
But-
because he knew he was dying and he was freaking out, and he just wanted to raise us while we were young, like make us men while we were younger.
Exactly.
So that's why you take it. You either take it one way, or like, oh, my dad was a dick and he did this to me, did that to me, or you take it and you make something of it. Like you take it and you take that energy, that negative energy that he used against you, and become somebody. I believe the more negative energy you have in life is the stronger you'll be.
That's why we hang out
What?
with Rob Picarillo.
Because if you
You have to have positive energy, and fuck you,
no,
Coletti.
not positive energy, but wow, that's deep. Not positive energy, but just like, you know, I mean, just
The
if
more
you-
negativity that you
the more you're
experience,
sheltered,
and you're able to rise against it
yeah,
as fuel.
the more stronger you get.
Yeah, well, that's what.
If it
you're
doesn't kill you-
that's exactly what happened to me.
If you're sheltered throughout
I had
life,
so much negativity, man, in my life. My parents were very negative
but use that against
I-
for your advantage,
for myself.
for
Yes.
yourself, because it's like it's either is when
Hey,
somebody's
turn that
sheltered,
frown upside down, man.
No, when somebody's sheltered through her whole life, you know what I mean, like doesn't know about like what makes water or whatever. There's no God or whatever there is out there, okay? And they've been sheltered, and as soon as or been locked in a closet or whatever, and as soon as they're like going out in the real world, if they're a girl, they're going to be a slut. If they're a boy, they're going to be a drug addict. You know what I mean? They hide behind the money. The parents just, they have a mental problem. Oh, buy him a new Nintendo 64, he'll be happy. Or, hey, buy him a new car, he'll be happy. When that's not the case, when the kid's just looking for attention. It's just that you just got to not blame your parents, but blame yourself for not doing something about it.
Yeah. 'Cause
You are your own boss.
Right. And that's exactly why I moved away from here. When I was 29 years old, 1 week to go until I was 30, I dipped the fuck out of here because I didn't want to say that I lived here 30 years.
At the same time,
And I started my
Well,
new.
you made a mistake.
I started my new job, managing a little stupid Verizon wireless reseller store in Penn Station on my 30th birthday, April 5th.
But you could have done that down here because you had friends like me to get you connected with my friend in Maurizio. In
Bullshit!
Italy.
I asked you if you would give me a job at the pizzeria.
not
you
at the
bastard.
pizzeria.
You are too much.
That
of
was
an-
right before I left.
You cannot be there.
Rob, you really want to know the truth?
Tell me,
Don't take offense. to
dude.
this.
Tell me right now.
I didn't want you working there because you're kind of an asshole.
I told you.
But if you were nicer to people, you would make a lot of money.
Dude, I am nicer to people, man. You have no idea. I'm the
You
best.
do,
I'm
you're
the
very
best.
sophisticated at sorts, but deep down inside, when it comes down to it, it turns into this
It's starting to sound like
rhetorical negative.
Dr. Phil.
Listen, the reason why that happens, and it happens at every place that I have to work at for somebody else, is because I genuinely am a leader, and I need to have my own business.
Well, the thing is, what you got to do is, if you're going to play the game, you better play chess and not checkers. So, in order to do that, you need to make sure that you are.
What? What do you mean?
You kind of come to the table. Don't play chess, play checkers. Think 7 steps ahead, not what's happening right now. I think you let your emotions kind of run your immediate life. There's no filter that comes out of your mouth. And,
Actually, since we're on the personality
Why
subject...
are you just destroying me like both of you?
No,
no,
I'm about to destroy
He's
him.
just going to destroy me now. We all take turns.
Okay.
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 The Ben Coletti bullshit is really getting fucking old.
What do you mean?
Like, hi, I'm Ben Coletti.
Outstanding.
You see how annoying that is?
It's not
You don't
annoying.
like that?
It's who
No.
I am. If you don't like me,
No, now you
I'll jump
become
off the boat.
no, let's destroy him. Now he's becoming a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
And he's feeding into it and
No,
actually
it's dual
believing his bullshit.
personality.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Ben Coletti or hi, I'm Ben.
hi.
And you know,
Well, I
he
work
was
in the
talking-
hospitality industry.
Remember,
so
he
you
was-
gotta
Hospitality
understand.
industry, you're telling some old lady screaming at her saying, hi, I'm Ben Coletti. And she fucking almost had a heart attack.
When?
Like, I don't know, a few weeks ago? I don't remember.
Did she have a heart attack?
No, she survived.
But she got very excited, and that's good.
Very excited. I don't think that was excited, buddy.
He did. So he went to some old lady and
Yeah,
he said,
it just basically gets annoying after hanging out with him for how many years?
33 for me.
Yeah, 33
"Have you
for me too.
Have you two been known each other forever?" Basically.
Yeah.
Like I said, he bribed my mom. He crawled. Let me tell you a little story about Toby.
Tell
Now
me.
it's time to bash Toby.
First of all, let's paint the picture. So you both grew up,
Johns
Madeira
Pass
Beach,
Avenue.
Madeira Beach, right on Johns Pass Avenue. Coletti, you had the huge house on the cul-de-sac
Before Elena.
where everybody had. You had all these keg parties all the time. It was like the
It was
optimal,
always
beautiful
great.
house.
I had older brothers
your
and
dad.
sisters.
Your dad created it. He built it himself, right?
It's basically a party house.
And you lived 2 or 3 houses down on the street as well, right?
Yes, I did.
And how did you become close? Did your father and your father both were
No,
friends?
they talked here and there, but basically, my older brother talked with his older brothers and sisters and stuff, and
the families were always hanging out and dealing with each other.
Always, even like
the kids.
And then Toby, how many siblings do you have and shit?
I had 3 brothers.
3 brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls are coming back on the boat.
It's Devin.
This is Devin speaking.
That's Devin.
Yep.
I think she needs to get her sea legs. Whoa.
And where does Devin works at your pizzeria, right?
Yes. And my family's pizzeria.
And she's from Tennessee.
She's from Tennessee.
Hi, how is everybody doing today? I am wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Have a good time on the island?
Having a wonderful time on the
Yeah,
island. You have no idea whatsoever.
Do you like it here or in Tennessee?
There is no question about that. I love it here more than anything.
Wow. And how many beers have you drunk today?
Too many to count. Thank
That
you
is
for asking.
so
Have you
wonderful. That is so wonderful.
It is absolutely wonderful. The water is clear. You can see through it. You can see what is coming at you, what is going from
Stingrays,
you,
stingrays.
everything. And if you visit
Yeah, there's a lot of
Tennessee, go
stingrays
to the
around here.
Wild
I was
beaver.
observing one over there.
Woo!
I think she's gonna the beer's talking now.
Beer. What is this that you speak of?
Corona?
How old are you?
I am 22 years old.
22 years old.
Thank you for
And
asking.
how long have you been down here for?
I have been down here since October of 2012.
And so, are you going to school or anything like that as well?
Not yet. I have taken a little bit of time off of school and decided to enjoy this
So you just-
beautiful atmosphere.
How did you get the job at Toby's Original Little Italy Pizza?
Because Toby is a wonderful person and he hires wonderful people.
How did you get the
Exactly
job?
why.
You just came in and said, "You guys hiring?"
No, I know people that know people.
Oh,
No,
so you got
yeah. Actually, her friend is Trevor, and he's a friend of ours. And we asked him if
A
he
friend
could
of
find-
ours.
Wonderful. And
Yeah.
working on cars. If
Yes.
you need your car worked on, then call up Trevor Griffin.
Yeah, you see, she's doing
Wait,
a
what
plug.
is that? I missed that part. What?
Oh, she's doing a plug.
Oh, what does he have? A body shop?
It was a detail shop, and he does whatever you want.
Dude, Toby used to have like a crazy car, right?
Yeah,
And it was all souped up, and you had all these.
yeah. He used to have a Cadillac.
Did Trevor do any of that stuff for you?
No, he
Oh.
didn't.
He
Yeah.
could have if he would have.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could definitely.
He could have.
Could have if he would have.
He could have.
Could have if he would have.
She's from
People lazily always say could have.
Yeah, but
could have.
she's from Tennessee. It's different accents. So you got to get used to. You see, the thing is, your grammar is too proper to live down here.
What are you
Cannot
talking
be
about?
proper.
Because you can't be proper. You can't.
You have to
can't
go
like.
with the
My
flow.
grammar is too
Yeah.
proper for everywhere I'm at. I was an English literature major.
But you see, the thing is that my first language was Italian, so it's like my grammar sucks. I can't pronounce words correctly a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
And you don't have really like. Did you go to college, Toby?
no, I went to SBC, but basically I found the pool table, and that was more interesting than what doing basic math and stuff.
Dude, I love playing pool. Are you good at pool?
All right.
You're all right.
Yeah. Just all right. Ben's taking a leak right now in the water.
Yep.
Is that so?
I'm gonna have to do that too in a second.
That is so. Huh.
You know, it is a beautiful, relaxed life down here in Florida.
What a life on the beach.
But you know, I don't think it like makes you want to like really succeed in life with this kind of lifestyle.
Being on the beach? Are you kidding me? I've never been more
What do you mean?
successful in my life.
You refer to succeed.
Right.
If you say people work their whole lives to retire here, don't you think that we've already succeeded? We're living the
Exactly.
life that most people work their whole lives for.
Exactly.
That's convoluted. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I think it does, and I think most people will understand the same.
the reason why they retire here is because they have to make their money elsewhere. That's why they come down here afterwards. They've
To make
suc-
money for what?
Not
Do you
to
live on?
say
They've
that
succeeded
you
in
can't make
business
money
and life
because
and stuff
there's
like that
plenty of
elsewhere.
money to be made here.
There is.
There's always
Plenty.
money to be made.
Are you kidding me?
You can make money doing anything
I don't
you
think
want.
so.
Whatever your dreams desire.
Well, the thing is, you'll make money doing anything you have a passion for. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Whatever you love.
Doesn't matter where you are, huh?
Doesn't matter where you are, what you do, as long as you have a passion for it.
Especially
you
the internet.
pursue.
We have the internet now.
I mean, Rob is the king of persistence. I have never met a more persistent person than Rob
I
Picarillo.
agree. I agree.
You agree?
Yes, I do.
But you don't even know me.
I do.
Look how
Enough.
persistent you sees.
So persistent that I agree right now, and I've only known you for a few hours.
That's right.
That's how persistent
That
he is.
persistent.
Very persistent. I'm persistent going to jump in the water right now and take a piss.
Then you would go for it.
I will
If you were as persistent as
I'll
we
do that.
claimed
Take
you
a break.
to
Do
be,
it.
you would go for it.
Shut down for a second.
No.
I don't want to say anything.
You don't? Come on, breathe. Here.
Okay.
Give somebody else the mic.
There you go. Take this one. He'll take this microphone. Brittany, you're going to say a couple words here.
I'm not talking.
Just talk about Pinellas Park.
Just take the damn mic. I'm not from Pinellas Park. And now we are here
Talking to the
with
microphone,
Brittany.
Brittany.
Just to let you know,
Brittany
I am
has
Michelle
everything
Suffolk,
to
and I'm
say.
not from Pinellas Park.
She is for sure from Pinellas Park, and she
Ladies and gentlemen,
shows her gratitude
I am not.
to Pinellas
not
Park.
from
Why are you
Park.
saying you don't want to be from Pinellas
Why
Park?
would you
What's
not
wrong with
explain?
Pinellas Park?
I'm not
You're
saying
from
I'm
that.
not
What
saying
is
anything
what
about
exactly?
What is a Parker?
Is wrong with Pinellas
a
Park?
Parker.
What's a Parker?
What is
I'm
a
not
Parker?
going to talk shit because I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. And I know people from Pinellas Park, but I am not a Parker. There's a big difference between
And
a
if,
Parker
hypothetically
and a person.
speaking,
No, is that a
if
derog-
you were a Parker, how would you explain yourself
I'm
and
not a
defend
Parker,
yourself?
so I don't know.
Are you saying it's a derogatory
you may
term for
or
something?
may not be.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Did you say derogatory term?
Derogatory term?
I am not a fucking Parker. That's all that matters. Beep. Beep. I'm sorry. Excuse me, what about Little Italy?
If
Well,
you're
first of all,
not
how
a
old are you?
Parker,
Second of all, how'd you get your job?
where
at
are
Burg?
I
you
am
from?
19 years old, and I used to work at Tropical Smoothie. And I walked into Little Italy one day to eat food, and they asked if I was looking for a part-time job, and I actually was. And that's how I got the job.
Ipso facto, look at that.
And yes.
Look at that. What would you know?
What would you know? I walked in and got the job.
Now, how do you feel?
Got the job.
How do you feel about working with Tobia Spinelli?
I love Toby. Toby is my work husband, and I love him more than anybody else there except Devin.
And
Devin's
hypothetically speaking, if Toby were not to be an employee at Little Italy, how would you feel about working at Little Italy?
I probably would have already quit.
So Toby's kind of a stabilizer there.
Exactly.
Toby is definitely a stabilizer, for sure.
Would you say he's got the most copacetic, passive attitude you've ever met?
Yes.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
for
would
sure.
agree as well.
Toby is my...
Cheers to that.
Cheers
Salute.
to that.
We drink to that. To Toby!
To Toby!
Toby!
Toby Spinelli. Tobia!
Tobia Spinelli.
Tobia!
Tobia.
Where I come from, you don't need a middle name.
I have a middle name. It's Michelle.
Well. So,
What's up?
Are we done talking or what?
No.
No? Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your experiences so far out here. You're coming out on the boat with Tobia Spinelli. He's taken us. He's been wonderful enough to take us all the way out here to Show Island. The guy's great. He's a good. Oh, what's he? Oh, let's not say that.
Yeah.
Just take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Lolo.
Yep. You only YOLO once.
YOLO.
You're only YOLO once.
Time.
Devin, don't even start.
Take it easy.
Don't even start, Devin.
So, this is
up?
a great outing here on whatever day this is. It doesn't matter.
Thursday.
Okay, excellent. So we're here on Show Island, looking around.
You got it.
Stingrays, dolphins. We're all having a good time. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Rob Piccarillo. Bobby Pickles is his
All right,
pseudonym.
nice to speak with you, sir.
Do you want to let's get Toby back on here because Toby's been saying some pretty interesting things to me on the side over here.
We don't want no musical break.
What?
We don't want a musical break.
No musical break.
Devin
no.
wants to sing.
Okay,
It's what she's
all right,
saying.
Devin, sing.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How,
Yes, baby. I've been drinking. It shouldn't come by, no. I found myself in trouble, darling. I have no place else to go. Yeah, thank you.
nice.
Bye.
That's awesome.
She got to get a song that she knows.
I know.
She can kill it.
Yeah. Need a beer. You need a
Grab
beer?
the microphones. Be nice about it. Do it. Grab the microphones, but be nice about it.
Hold that.
Right here. You going in for beers? I'll take it.
Burr. Burr, please.
We're coming down.
We're losing. How many soldiers we got left in the
How many beers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12
Do the math, guys. We're 5 people times 12 beers. It's 2 beers apiece.
We're going to be out soon. That's cause for concern.
Cause for concern. Don't worry. We have a beer pit stop available.
We do?
Within a quarter. Well, it's about a mile almost.
Your senses are intense. It's perfect. You know exactly where the beer is.
I can feel it. It's like, my father used to use, what do they call those dowling rods where you find water? Well, I use my senses to find beer.
Hey, Rocco,
You can spin me around 20 times, and I'll still find the closest location for an ice-cold Bud Light.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It's not funny. It's fact.
my brother did that. You should have sent that picture. Now you have to go to work. They're trying to ruin our fun.
Uh-oh.
They should text you at 2 o'clock when you're on the boat. Don't go off on her. She won't work.
I'm gonna kill this bitch.
No, don't go off on her. She won't work. Work drama.
Work drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some basically.
Do you run a tight knit?
no.
Is it like family
No,
kind of?
when I'm there, it's basically fun. But like Brittany, she sent a snapshot of us on the boat, and everybody got it. So she just basically ruined.
She outed everybody
everybody's
because
fun.
I think she's showing you the number one.
You told me to send it. Yeah, fuck up. I'm pissed off right now.
why are you pissed?
She's from Tennessee.
You're just pissed for no reason.
She's got anger issues. I can
No.
tell from here.
I am fucking psychotic.
I think I like her already.
Toby, this bitch does not work for me. she already said that she would. And I'm out here on
Yeah,
this
like
goddamn
115.
boat.
Is that phone life-proof?
Brittany.
Not all.
Brittany. We gotta calm down the situation. Please call Katie.
Crazy.
Somebody. Miranda, she's got to be done at the doctor's office by now. You see that's how you hand.
Look at all those beers.
Yeah.
We
Boy.
have so many empty beers.
I told you.
Wait,
Toby.
Toby, can we get arrested for being this drunk and driving around on the boat?
No, we're not driving. Toby's driving.
I plead the fifth.
He's not incriminating either one of us. I appreciate that, Toby.
Yep.
That's your Italianness kicking in, Toby.
Yeah.
It won't let you. Your genes will not let you incriminate yourself.
Oh, for what?
I like it. For what? Well, onward and forward, as Disney would say. Here we go. There we are.
What do you mean?
Wherever
What?
you end up, there you go.
What? That's what Disney says?
No, it's not exactly.
Dude, why the fuck does he come up with these things and he just says them and it's not even true?
Well, wherever you are, there you go.
Yes, I have something to say.
You said the last podcast, you said something about G.I. Joe.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
That's
Rocco calling.
from G.I. Joe. Dude,
Maybe it was
don't
from
answer.
that-
Don't feed into the negativity, Toby. We're having a podcast.
Oh, never mind. Oh, it's Dirty Heads. There
Just
you go.
relax.
Lay me down, baby.
Just take life as it comes.
Yep.
Because you're floating down the stream.
Hey.
Right now, if I had to fucking work. Wait till I fucking see you. I'm gonna fuck you up. You better go into work right now, or you're fucked. Goodbye.
There you have it.
And let's see what
She
happens.
fucking wrote.
Brittany.
Fuck her.
Why'd you let her talk?
All right, we're in a semi-family
gonna do
environment.
now,
I'm going to ask you
Toby,
to
how are
please
you gonna
refrain
rein this
from
in?
any
What have you
words that are
caused?
four
The commotion
letters.
you've caused. You've
And,
texted somebody who works for you and showed you lazily, happily hanging
I just
out on a
basically
boat.
got one of my front girls drunk, and she's being called into work. Devin, babe, hey, Devin, hey,
Let me talk to her.
give her the phone.
Let me talk to her.
This is why I'm married.
Why?
Because, like, my wife yells at me, so it's like, you be around more women, they're just going to yell at you.
They are?
Yeah.
Why do they yell at you?
Releasing frustration.
And then you got to be their backbone, huh?
You got no.
You don't show any emotion. You just sit there.
You got to be their punching bag.
Really? I
Yeah.
do not believe that.
Well,
You might be right, but I just
love
don't.
is tolerance.
Love is tolerance.
The sun and liquor do not mix.
Liquor or beer?
It's beer.
Alcohol. Tequila on the beach makes you a salty mess. Look, another stingray. We could eat those.
Dude, those stingrays freak me out, man.
Yeah, they'll take the. Look at that. Look at them.
Same thing people sell.
That's actually a baby eagle ray.
How do you know, Dick?
I can tell by the hooks on its mouth.
Dude, where's Uncle Bill's
So when
fucking number, man?
when those things come through, Coletti, you got to shuffle your feet, right?
Well, what happens is when they actually lay
daughter
dormant,
must
they
have raced
bury
it.
themselves in the sand and wait for prey to come across them, so they just snatch out and eat them. So at the same time, if you step on their backs, naturally, instinctively, their tail will come up and just whack you with their barb, which is highly poisonous, similar to like a hornet's.
Same thing that
venom,
killed
but-
Steve Irwin.
except for it went into his heart.
Have you ever been stung by one of them?
I have not.
Never.
We
Me
are
neither.
we are careful people.
What about
I should've thought.
what about jellyfish? Have you ever been stung by
Oh, those
that?
are horrible.
Have you ever been stung by?
All the time.
All the time. I've never. had
Here
it.
you get the clear jellyfish, which isn't so bad. They're just like a minor irritation. But on the East Coast, then you get your box jellies, and every once in a while there's a box jelly that floats through here too.
What the fuck is a
Gulf shrimp.
box jelly?
It looks like a little floating pink piece of bubble gum. That's about the size of a foot, maybe a foot by 6 inches tall, and they float around. Their tentacles grow up to 35 feet long,
Really?
and it's highly toxic. It could kill you if you get wrapped up in it.
They can?
Yeah, absolutely. You go into respiratory failure if you're too far from the shore.
You're
Then
fucked.
you don't make it.
Then you won't be able to swim.
Correct.
Except Wally.
Well,
So what did we learn today on this little podcast that we just had?
Don't piss off a girl from Tennessee.
That's right. Yes, a drunk girl who's underage. Is she underage?
No.
Oh, she's not. You're
She just got called into work.
okay. Yeah.
But she's nice. So.
She's nice.
Yeah, but you're nice. So
yeah, but you're nice. It's okay.
what you don't have in age, you make up with personality.
No, maturity.
Oh, yeah, maturity. Anyway,
Is that proper?
No.
yes, it's proper.
Depends on what part of the country you're from.
That's correct, Toby.
Good stuff.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're an idiot savant, Toby. When it comes
know.
The more he drinks, the smarter he gets. Really, he actually
I
starts
could drive
articulating his
better.
words.
let's try this. Let's ask him something, either life related, business related, or something like that, and see what his take on it is.
Okay, well,
You have anything? Can you think of anything?
off the top of my head, I would say, Toby, if we're on the beach and you wanted to create a business on the sidewalk, what would be your best product and how would you market it?
Umbrellas and water.
Now, that's a great idea.
Somewhat.
I mean, off the top of your head, I like it. All right, we're on the same page here. We're moving forward.
I love it. Absolutely, Toby.
Now, how big would the umbrellas be and how much water would you sell?
Enough to cover an infant and probably 2 small children and an adult.
Excellent. So is this umbrella recyclable, disposable? Are you renting them? Are you selling them?
No, he hasn't given any of that thought. He just came out with the initial thing, which just makes complete common sense, is that.
I mean, what do you need? Shade and water.
When you're at a beach.
I mean, listen,
Where's everybody at right now? In the shade, right?
honestly,
Except
though,
for me.
Because you're an idiot.
even in New York
Sorry, I love you.
I enjoy the sun. I love you too, Tobe.
even in New York City, though, you see people selling water and umbrellas.
Well, what's happening here?
Cold water, dollar.
On the Treasure Island new walk, that sidewalk, meandering trail, they're actually opening up vending. Now, I think they should sell snow cones, but what I'd like to do is offer the opportunity to top them with alcohol. There's a place across the street called Snowballs. They do that.
Really?
No, what are you doing? What are you doing today? Yeah, what are you doing? When are you coming back from Tampa? You're coming back tonight?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I needed somebody to work tonight.
Bethany was supposed to work for Lolly.
Lolly. No, the girls are with me. Yeah, we're on the boat right now. I got a girl from Tennessee really pissed off right now, so if you could work that would be very helpful. Yeah, I know. That's the bullshit thing about it. We had somebody covered for it and everything.
Pictures. Just
Okay.
look right through there, and then.
All right. All right. Thanks, Uncle Bill. All right, bye.
Uncle Bill's not gonna work. Why?
No.
Why?
Why not?
He's in Tampa.
What does this mean? Are you guys having a good time? Come on, guys. Let's drop the drama and get somebody to fill in the position.
Except she might lose her job.
She's not going to lose her job. We won't let this happen. Trust me. Nobody's losing their job. We're going to have a little talk. That's it. Everybody's still hired.
You're fucked.
I know.
I want you to fucking know that.
You gotta take the phone from there.
When I see you,
Yeah.
You're
You never
creating drama.
never record things, right?
Yep.
Never ever record things or write things down.
Don't.
Keep it up in your brain, correct?
Verbal. We'll get a verbal contract.
A verbal contract.
you're done. You sent voicemails, you're Gucci.
That's right. For the Bobby Pickles podcast from Shell Island,
Peace of mind before I snap.
I'm Bobby Pickles.
I'm Ben Coletti.
And I'm Tobia Spinelli.
Some fucking peace of mind before I fucking kill somebody. I'm gonna snap.
And I'm going to drink another beer.
Let's go.
Fatbenzo.com, 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 fatbenzo.com. Enzo.com fat. Enzo.com fat. Enzo.com fat. Enzo.com